Hey folks, this is BestInSlot. Welcome back to our Jurassic World Evolution 2 mod spotlight series. I've got 9 really exciting mods to showcase today. Just picked the 9 best of the bunch. Gonna be a little bit pickier going forward. I'm not gonna show replacements anymore. Every species you see today is either A, a new species, or B, it is a new body variant on an existing species. Every single one of them. We're not just gonna see a new species though, we're gonna see some pretty awesome decorations as well. We'll check that out about halfway through. Before we get started with today's stuff, disclaimer, as per usual, mods can possibly break your game, especially when the game updates. If mods do break your game, it's not my fault, it's not the mod maker's fault, and most importantly, it's not Frontier's fault. Leave them alone, you big old numpties. As Modius is not with us today, he's off learning to crochet. He has decided, because he's so popular, he would like to learn how to make plushies of himself to sell to you lovely folks at home. So Asmodeus is busy today. Right, let's get started. Really exciting, honestly, really good day today, and we're going to kick things off with a brand new Mapusaurus species. Now, they've come out in a very emo colour combination. I promise that wasn't on purpose. I did randomise this. This is Mapusaurus by LA Studios, so you know already you're getting something of immense quality. And as you can see, that's very much the case. Mapusaurus, a Carcharodontosaurid from late Cretaceous Argentina. Very similar, of course, to the Giga, to the Giganotosaurus. A little bit smaller, but very, very similar otherwise in terms of morphology. Discovered, fun fact, in a bone bed of 7 to 9, still not sure, at least 7, maybe 9 other skeletons, you know, Mapusaurus, basically up to 9 of them together. So it was discovered in what is possibly known as a predator trap. And if you want a famous example of these, the La Brea tar pits, super famous example. And the idea is that something gets caught, usually a prey initially, quite you too. A prey dinosaur gets caught, and then a predator thinks, "Oh, easy meal. I'll go eat it." You know, in a tar pit, for example. And the predator goes in to try and eat the prey, and then they get stuck. And then more predators see, "Oh, look, there's 2 carcasses now. I'll go get involved." That seems like a smart idea. And you know what? The first 2 you can kind of understand, but the 9th Mapusaurus that goes in thinking, "Hey, look, free meal, 8 dead Mapusauruses, nothing suspicious going on here. I'm gonna get involved." And then they die. Anyways, looks absolutely fantastic. Looks, you know, distinct from the Giga, despite how similar they are. We've got the nodules going down the back there, the spine poking up. Really nice sort of tiger striped pattern. Absolute quality all the way through, as you would expect from LA Studios. Love this red, dark skin as well. Very Darth Maul and very My Chemical Mapusaurus. Yeah, just a really fantastic addition to the game. LA Studios, a byword for quality when it comes to mods, honestly. They have so many mods that you can just install them all and you've got a good experience. You know, they just feel like they fit into the game, they feel appropriate, they look fantastic, they are always top-notch quality, and I'd recommend installing every single thing they ever release, quite frankly. Right, anyways, moving on. Well done, Mapusaurus, you kicked us off strong. Next is something much different. I love the icon for this Axolotl, by the way. Absolutl, it's called. Look at it, it's chowing down on something. I love that. Anyways, this is Absolutl. Terrifying. So this is Absolutl, made by Feilong, and it's a giant axolotl. Now, axolotl, I believe I'm actually pronouncing incorrectly, but I forgot to check the correct pronunciation, so feel free to correct me. It's just a happy lad, just a bunch of happy lads living their happy lad life. So yeah, it's a giant axolotl, basically. Oh, else to tell you about that? I think it's probably based on the Dimetrodon. And it's pretty incredible. It feels like a Yosuba mod. But actually, really, you know what? Really well modelled, really well done. Blends onto the rig really nicely. If you ever wanted a mutated giant axolotl, the Absolutl, now you've got one. That's a win. I don't know what else to say about this one. I actually really like it. It's kind of terrifying. Oh, it's adorable and terrifying in equal measure. It's absolutely bizarre. I love like the individual filaments here on the neck. Is actually pretty impressive, I've got to say, on the frill. Pretty good. Actually pretty impressive work. I'm absolutely in love with that. Shout out to Feilong for that. Mapu, get out of the... Come here. Get out of the way. Thank you. Next up on our list, we have another new Dino Kyrus mod. Mapu. Mapu! God damn it. Very cool. Okay, so this is Dino Kyrus by Master Doot. And you'll remember Master Doot released a Dino Kyrus mod a little while ago. And it was naked as the day we are born, you know? And it looked a little weird because of that. It didn't quite work for Dino Kyrus, which, you know, is feathered and should look feathered. Not sure what's going on with the arms there, getting a little funky. But Master Doot said at the time, and we mentioned in the video, they were working on a feathered iteration, and that's what we've got now. And they actually are compatible. They'll work together in your game. You can have both the feathered and unfeathered variants if you want an ugly one, which I actually liked the unfeathered one, but this is a step up for sure. We've got featherage all down the body here. You can see it's just like textured feathering in terms of the body texture, which makes a lot of sense. And then this beautiful, huge, expansive tail fan there splaying out at the back of the tail. And yeah, it looks really good. Love the patterning, love the coloration. This is just one of many, of course. Looks feathered, looks cool. Definitely a step above the other one for me, personally. I'm not going to talk too much about Dino Kyrus because we've done it several times before, but to mention, it does share the title of longest forelimbs, these big boys over here, with the Therizinosaurus. Speaking of which, like that segue there, get out of the way, Mapu. Speaking of which, we have a Therizinosaurus, and as you can see from the different picture, this is a body variant, so not a replacement, not a new species. God damn it. Mapusaurus, right, over there. Just stay out. Jesus Christ. Anyways, this is a spectacular Therizinosaurus variant. So this is the Royal Feathered Therizinosaurus by Feilong, Game Videos for Life, and Pi. And it adds basically a new body variant of the Therizinosaurus with tons of different skin colours and options. And it's just massively feathered. It's the Royal Feathered variant, and it looks superb. We've got this mohawk at the top of the head there. I think the head's been remodeled as well. These really huge wings. The feather coverage on the body, as you can see, is much more expansive. It's much featherier around this section here. And then the tail plumage is humongous and dramatic. Looks really, really good. I'm really impressed with this one. This is a high-ass quality mod. And you know what? You can just throw this in. It takes an existing dinosaur. It very much looks still like the Dominion Therizinosaurus in a lot of ways. But if you just wanted something... if you wanted something with more feathers, you know, have that option. And as I say, there's tons of different colours. Again, you could mix and match this with the original Therizinosaurus and end up with a pretty cool... Maybe you could have that as a gender dimorphism thing, you know, the males with bigger display feathers to try and attract a mate, or maybe it's mottling season or something. You can tell stories by using these mods in interesting combinations. Alright, I really got to get a move on. Last mod of this set here, we have a new Indoraptor, and again, as you can see, this is a variant. I'm just going to put all the dinosaurs outside of the habitat when they hatch. Let's check it out. Blocked by what? What are you... There's nothing there. There is nothing there. What are you talking about? It's not been a good day for these releases. Well, that's goddamn nightmare fuel right there. This is the bipedal Indoraptor cosmetic made by Feilong and Game Videos for Life, who have both done some serious work today. And it is, you know, this is the Ripper skin, by the way, which I just thought sounded cool. So you see it's got like a skull-esque face coloration, and we've got the blood around the lips and teeth. Huge amount of quilling there along the back, massive amounts of quills down here at the back and at the mohawk area there, and of course on the back of the elbows for the wings. And it's basically like if the Indoraptor was raised to be a little bit more like a dinosaur, a little bit more like, say, the Indominus Rex. It's using the Scorpius Rex rig, seemingly. So it's Scorpius Rex meets the Indoraptor, and it's pretty sweet. It's pretty terrifying. I really want to do another horror park, and you'll see why in just a second. But this would be a big part of it, because what an absolute monster. And again, tons of unique skins for this. You can integrate into this park without losing a single thing. So... yeah, really cool, really terrifying. Love it. Now, before we move on to the big wet bit, we're going to check out the not wet bit. This is a new decoration pack called InGen Town 2 by Sir Cyril John, who does all the best in... Oh, wait, I've messed up here. Does all the best decoration stuff in the game these days, really. I should have done this. Okay, I've destroyed this. This is meant to be a pool, and I wouldn't say I've done a fantastic job of it. Anyways, so this is InGen Village 2, as I say, InGen Town, and it's based on the Burroughs worker village from my beloved Jurassic Park Trespasser. So they've taken a look at all the buildings in that worker village and brought them to life in Evolution 2. And it's like a 36 item pack, this. And it's really cool. Like, if this has inspired me to do Horror Park again, because we could build like a legit town. So you can see what we've got here. We've got different entrances here. We've got one attached to the wall and like a little security guard booth. We've got a couple different doors. We've got a shut door, another booth there. We've got the sign from Trespasser. We've got a bus stop there with a person sitting on it, which is pretty cool. We've got walls and walls with pipes. Got a command center, which is chock-a-block with people who actually move, which is actually really impressive, and some decorations and stuff like that. Really cool. What is this? This is like a diner. Yeah, this is John's diner. Makes sense. Again, people inside. We've got a basketball court. We've got some barracks. Anything inside? I don't know. We've got the pool, which I could set up like a pool. We've got some signs over here. Welcome to Burroughs. Visitors, please register at Operations Center. So you can even lay it out like that, which would be really cool, actually. Welcome to my ool. Notice there's no pee in it. Ah, I get it. Please take a shower before entering the pool. If you don't, I will kick your ass first and ask questions later. That be the law, asshole. If you don't like it, you can get the F out of my... This is a PG-13 channel. And, extra details, stuff like this over here. So over here, this is Dr. Wu's house, as you can see. So you get, like, the walls. We've got a Burroughs sign there. And there's Dr. Wu's house, as seen in Trespasser. There's the same thing for Mr. Hammond. And there's also a sign over here, like a little statue of E.R. Burroughs, who set up the town initially. We've got a bar over here, the Isla New Bar. Again, people sitting and drinking and having a good time. People inside as well, and an actual bar with bottles and everything. Very, very cool. We've got a in general store. The puns are out of this world, honestly. In general store, we've got a water tower. We've got a gas station over here with cars parked up. It's run by Shauno. Don't know where Shauno is. Shauno's there. But imagine Horror Park in this. How good would this be? It'd be like that. You could build like The Last of Us, basically. I think it'd be awesome. And apparently it does have hitboxes. You can use it to contain dinosaurs. We've got a watchtower thing over here, and up here we have a church, which again, perfect for Horror Park. So just a really, really cool pack. Loads of stuff, tons of decorations. If you want to make a proper worker village that feels like it actually works, this would be the way to do it. I'm really, really impressed. So Zero John continues to bring the heat when it comes to decorations. Anywho, we've got a few mods left to check out. So the next one we're going to have a look at is a Paleo Octopus. This music pack is doing work. It's made it really dramatic. So, this is part... Hello, beautiful. God, that's terrifying. This is part of the Mollusk Pass. Mollusk Pass? Mollusk Pass. This is like a battle pass for a mollusk-based game. Imagine if Fortnite brought out a Mollusk Pass, I'd probably go play Fortnite. Anyway, Mollusk Pack by Yosiba, and includes, I think it's 7 off the top of my head. 7 new... Oh my god, it's... Jesus Christ. Includes 7 new mollusks. So that's a Paleo Octopus. I'm not going to show you all of them. I'm going to show you that one and the Cenocerus. But tons of different mollusks. If you wanted to add like a little bit of little life to your park, a little life to your aquariums, these mods would be a fantastic way of doing so. There they are. Wiggling their little tentacles around. Living their best life. Little feeder filters. Lovely texture there on the shell as well. It's a really cool little pack. Again, it just adds life and variety. You could build like a proper little aquarium. I'd love if we could get like transparent aquarium walls one day somehow, because then we could build an actual aquarium that you walk past and see in that kind of manner. I think that'd be really cool. Not only does it include 7 new species, it also includes a new feeder as well. If I can find it. Yeah, the deep water fish feeder. So it's a, as you can see, I mean, the fish float, but ignore that. If you wanted to, I guess I could sing that in a little bit via Cryogenics tools, but it basically adds a fish feeder into the area for the mollusks to feed from. It's pretty cool. Right, a couple more left to go. Really excited about this one. This is the Perusaurus. Perusaurus. Damn. Now that, with the music, is horror park material. Perusaurus, made by Hyper SGYT and Game Videos for Life, are giant caiman from Miocene South America, measuring up to, and this is going back and forth a little bit, 34 feet or 40 feet or 30 feet based on the newest estimate. So 30 feet based on the 2022 paper I saw. Still, we're talking nearly 10 feet longer than, you know, modern saltwater crocodiles, and not normal ones like huge saltwater crocodiles. This lad was an apex predator in its ecosystem, preying upon giant mammals like giant sloths, for example, of course known from South America at the time, and not ungulata, which ironically are ungulates. They're called not ungulata, but they're ungulates. Maybe it's Noto ungulata? I think it's Noto ungulata. Noto ungulata, and these were a variety of giant South American ungulates. Well, some giant, some not so giant. A variety of South American ungulates. Anyways, this thing is an absolute beast. Looks fantastic. It's a real shame we don't have amphibious creatures, because every time I see like a caiman, a crocodilian of any form, I always think, if this could transition from land into the water, how incredible that would be. But it still suits the water really well. It looks absolutely fantastic. Modelled really nicely, textured really nicely, blends onto the rig fantastically. I think it's the Tylosaurus. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But yeah, what a beast, isn't it? Again, really suits horror park. You do like a Lake Placid kind of situation. But, the eyes. God, yeah, it looks fantastic. Absolute monster. Just a big, chunky apex predator. Much like myself. Okay, so the final thing we're checking out today is a Chronosaurus new body variant. So I love when I see, like, often these in the past would be replacements. People really lent into the body variant aspect, which I think is really cool. This is the Reaper Leviathan from Subnautica by Viral Cyclops. Cyclops. So obviously credit to the model goes to, is it Unknown World to make Subnautica? I believe it's Unknown Worlds, but it's from Subnautica itself. And Cyclops has put it onto the rig for the Chronosaurus. And I don't really have anything else to add to that. It's bizarre. I like to say, oh, hello, different color. I think, you know, bothering to do the different coloration and stuff is pretty cool, I think. Let's hang out with the other one that's got cooler colours. I mean, it's pretty terrifying, to say the least. It's a bit of a monster. Actually, that is kind of beautiful for screenshot territory, so I'm just gonna grab that nice and quickly. Bear with me, folks. Nothing to see here. You're looking behind the curtain here. An exciting... Look, it's even got the little mollusk in the corner. Beautiful, the little Paleoctopus down there. Yeah, what an absolute beast. Terrifying stuff. Not sure what you'd use it for other than funsies, but funsies is a pretty cool reason to do anything. So there you go, Reaper Leviathan. So yeah, fantastic stuff today. Some really high quality new species. That Mapusaurus, predictably, utterly beautiful. Sorry, LA Studios, because it does make it sound like it's such a given that their stuff is absolute apex quality that they kind of have to meet that every single time. I'm like, well, you know, a little disappointed. Yeah, fantastic decorations, cool new species, from a Mapusaurus that's beautiful to a freaking Absolutl, which I absolutely adore. Some really cool variants, some really cool aquatic creatures. Just a good, chunky set of mods today. The mod community's in a really good spot right now. We're getting tons of stuff. There's a bunch of people doing fantastic work, as you can see right here. I am expecting an update within the next couple of weeks, possibly, for Evolution 2. Haven't heard anything yet, of course, but we believe there's something in the works. We'll have to wait and see what that is. It will probably break the mods. I eventually want to do, you know, top 10 mods, and I want to maintain that species list, you know, like I did back with Evolution 1. But I don't want to do that until updates are finished, which, you know, fingers crossed, is still quite a long way away, but we'll have to wait and see. But if this stuff, if Sir John gets their decorations working again in the next update, past whatever happens in March, if that happens, I think we might do Horror Park version 2. Make sure we finish it, but I feel like we've got a lot more capabilities this time around. We'll see what happens, but it's an exciting idea all the same. Right, we're going to end it there. Thank you so much for joining me. Throw me a like if you enjoyed the video. Of course, check out the link in the description down below for all 9 of these mods available for download on the Nexus as of today. And, you know, there's some comments on some of these mods saying, you know, this isn't working for me, yada yada. I've just shown you all 9 working in-game. All 9 of these mods work absolutely perfectly, so they do work. If there's an error, it's probably a conflict, or you don't have ACSE installed, or you don't have Kai's general mods installed, etc. Right, thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you lovely folks very soon. Have a fantastic weekend. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye.
Reaching out.